Hey, this is Mike with Superior Trade Lines. Today we're talking about seasoned trade lines.
Very good. Mike, seasoned trade lines, authorized users, blah, blah, blah. It sounds like a bunch of terms that mean the same thing. Talk to me about seasoned trade lines relative to other terms.
100% accurate. Seasoned trade lines, authorized user trade lines, piggybacking, aged accounts, all that, all mean the same thing. And it's basically, again, we've talked about this in a lot of other videos, being added as that authorized user to a revolving account, a credit card. And then that account is going to show up on your credit reports. It's going to enhance your available credit and your payment history by piggybacking off that other person's credit. And in doing so, as the authorized user, you will benefit that from a score perspective.
Okay, great. So why are we even doing a bunch of different terms? We're not trying to like spam YouTube here. Explain why we're even defining all these different terms that kind of mean the same thing.
So it's it's almost like colloquialisms. Like in different parts of the country, there's different terms for it. Really quickly, I'm from Florida, and in Florida we call carbonated drinks soda. But people from the South call it Coke, like everything's called a Coke. And then from the Midwest, everything's called pop. But everyone's talking about soda, okay? So authorized user trade lines, piggybacking, seasoned trade lines, they all have the same meaning, but they're different terms, okay? They're synonymous with each other. They all do and mean the same thing. So what we find is one person calls in saying, well, I want to piggyback off an aged trade line. I don't want a seasoned trade line, because they think they're two different terms when they're actually the same thing.
Very good. Okay, so we just want to clarify that it's all the same thing. The point is that we're adding aged accounts. So, and speaking of aged, can you talk a little bit about the term seasoned trade lines? Like, what does that even mean?
So seasoned is a fancy term for aged, okay? So by an account having past payment history, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it might be, that is the level of seasoning, okay? If you're thinking of it like food, it's like salt. Lightly salted, moderately salted, heavily salted, and things like that.
Cool. So, I mean, it's going to take me 10 years to get a 10-year seasoned account. Is that correct?
That is correct, as a primary cardholder. But again, the concept of seasoned trade, when you look it up, is dealing with trade line companies, the service of being, provided piggybacking. So we as a company and any other trade line company are providing seasoned trade lines. So you would get an account onto your credit reports in a matter of weeks that would provide you 10 years of payment history.
How is that even possible to have something put on an account for 3 weeks that has 10 years of payment history?
So again, it's piggybacking. We have a bunch of videos out there. If you check out authorized user trade lines for sale, trade lines for rent, piggybacking, all cover a lot of this data, and we're going to talk about it again really quick. You are listed as that authorized user. Once the trade line reports your credit reports, you gain all of that benefit.
Interesting. So all of the seasoning from the primary account comes onto your credit report as an authorized user account, but the seasoning is still there.
100% accurate.
Okay, very good. If someone is looking to add seasoned trade lines to their credit report to increase their scores, how can they get a hold of you?
Reach out to me direct, mike@superiortradelines.com, or you can call or text me direct, 321-799-6155.
Very good. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Have a great day.